That's a standard thing.
I can't shut it off right after the meeting because there's like a lag time, so I always have to wait a couple seconds.
Yeah, that's fine. You did this. Don't blame me. Who's breaking in there? Tom? I want to get his service.
Okay. I'm going to call the Committee of the Whole meeting to order. Tuesday, March 26, 2019 at 5:37 p.m. Roll call.
Alderman Wolf,
Here.
Alderman Hamel,
Here.
Alderman Borgman,
Here.
Alderman Kapusta,
Here.
Alderman Engelhardt is absent, Alderman Kubaki,
Here.
Alderman Madden.
Here.
We have a quorum present.
Thank you. Statement of public notice.
This meeting was noticed in accordance with the open meeting law.
And then approval of the March 12th minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. New business, even though Alderman Kubaki told me today he doesn't remember this, but he requested this way back in October. So it took a while to get it here. So the item, I'm sorry, is Muskego Senior Taxi. Did you want to start off, or? I know we had a brief,
Well, again, I don't recall.
because he doesn't
asking for it,
recall.
But if I did,
Well, I think,
it's here. Yeah.
okay, I
we
wanted
asked for a
more
meeting.
discussion. One of the things that I know since the budget discussion, there were a number of questions, and I have had very brief conversations with the county, and then there's these other groups, which I'm going to really get your head spinning. They probably are aware. ARIS, FARN, which is, FARN is Find a Ride Network. County has partnered with at least FARN, and I believe a lot of these are federal dollars down to the state, down to the county for some things. But then we also have our resolution, and that restricts the rides, because I know that came up at the last meeting because a resident was here, or not a resident, actually a non-resident, was talking about the rides and the youth and whatever. Maybe that needs to be updated, and so there's a number of reasons we probably need to have a special committee to look into this and understand and learn what the county does and FARN does and everything else. So I guess I'm recommending we have just a special sort of
I just got a quick
task
question.
force.
I didn't understand the non-resident thing you just said.
Was I just, it was somebody who lived in Wind Lake whose child gets rides to the school back and forth. That was at the last meeting.
But there was
Or
no
not the
there was
last
no
meeting, the
problem with
budget
that.
meeting.
There was a problem with that? Is that what I understood? or-
Well, yeah, our resolution, I'll read the sentence that says, well, first of all, they're supposed to be in the county, period, and Wind Lake is not Waukesha County, so that's number one. And number two, the, hold on. The Muskego Senior Taxi, this is back in 2008 when it was created, for senior citizens age 65 and up and disabled adults. So we need to look at if we need to change that or whatever too, so. So I guess I'm suggesting that I'd like to come back with a special committee. It'll be short-term for whatever duration to learn things and then bring that back.
Why would we need to update what?
A what?
That sentence that you just read, you said we need to change that? What?
Well, they're giving other rides, so then we have to look if we want to change that, because they're outside of what we've authorized them to do. So if we want to allow that, we have
Why
to...
is that? Why do you think that?
Because they've reported also at the council meeting, it's in our minutes, at that budget adoption, 600 rides a month. And then also, I think 7,000 a year has been stated, but it's, and the county says that it's only 110 a month for 2018, a little over 1,300. So we just need to know what it is so that we're matching. Because that's why
I mean,
there's questions.
Obviously, we know how many rides we put out, right?
But the rides, per the resolution and the funding that the county provides, is for seniors 65 and older and adults with disabilities.
Yes.
Which the county says is documented at 1,300, a little over 1,300 a year. So if there's 7,000 a year, the other ones, gotta have to be outside because they're not getting funded by the county. So then we have to look at that and maybe change our resolution accordingly or something. We just need to understand. And I think there's some other grants and there's some other things out there, and I think we should have some information.
Getting their numbers from for the 1,300.
Them, the senior taxi, yeah, they have to report it. And then they get their,
When this was brought up, they said 7,000 a year? Is that what?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the voucher program. I figured that.
And that's fair, and that's why we think we should, at least some aldermen, and I think, I'm going to be honest, we should understand it. We should just understand it. And maybe our resolution needs to change too. I don't know. So we at least need to understand it. So I guess unless there, go ahead.
Yeah, Mayor, I guess my understanding is when we did, excuse me, when we talked last time, we said that we wanted to get a better understanding and just learn what's going on. I mean, unfortunately, none of us really understand what's happening there.
But you were invited on a ride and
Well,
had
I
to
understand that,
cancel.
but that's one day is not going to tell you a whole
No.
organization.
Well, it
And when
gives
we
gives
have
you a flavor.
questions for a director who can't answer them, maybe we all need to just update what's going on. And like the mayor said, maybe things need to change, but we need to know.
That was the purpose of this year-end report that just should have been gotten passed down to you.
We did,
And
just now.
Yeah, we've never received one of these before. But it's, there's, listen, if everything is just fine, there's no reason that we can't get information and all understand. Okay,
if
so
I could say-
let's
if
just
I could
have a
say
little
something.
committee and,
I kind of gave the go-ahead vote, I guess, to make this happen for the senior taxi, what we did in the last meetings. And I think part of that was, you know, I kind of expressed it was a kind of like a Band-Aid, a one-year fix until we get an update. And so I think we do need some type of feedback coming back in. I mean, that was part of the deal, so that we could get, I mean, you're right. I don't know if we need to change things, but I think we need to be more educated on what's going to happen next year and what happened get a better feel for it. So honestly, I don't have a problem with a review or an update. I might have a problem with some resolutions, but what I'd like to see is the resolution, maybe we should get that back in front of us that's current, so that when we come back with something, an update, we can review that beforehand, so that we're.
Well, that's what we would do.
We're fresh updated. So not like this right before the meeting. I'd like to see the resolution that's in hand now, forwarded to us as soon as you can do it, and then we can at least get a brief on it, and then get some
Right.
updates and see where we're at.
and
Well, I agree with you that if we're putting taxpayer money into this, we should understand the program. I mean, that's only fair. So why not have a little committee, get together, get all the facts together
Right.
and be done with it and move on? I'm for it. All right.
Yeah, standardized.
okay, I'll bring it back to, and I would like Alderman Borgman and Alderman Kubaki to be the two aldermen that serve on that for starters. So, and then we'll come back. And somebody from the taxi service as well. I don't want to leave you out, so but we'll come back with that. That was all I really wanted to do tonight. Yeah, yes, I would like a motion.
A motion to put a committee together to update all of us.
Sounds good. Second? Is there a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Is approved. And now we have extra
There you go,
time.
Kevin, thanks.
Oh, no, we don't. We have the big league.
Actually, since we haven't adjourned Cal, right? So we haven't done that. So I have a question. I thought we were going to be discussing the private partner, P3.
We will
today.
be, just not this one. That'll be coming
Because
soon.
after we left the last
We-
call,
Yeah, and it's not on the agenda, but it's a future agenda item, and we gave you all the information to review. So take your time and review it, and it'll be on.
any idea when it might be?
Possibly the next one. It depends. I gotta make sure Scott and everybody's available.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, any other communications, miscellaneous business? I have none.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. We got 4 minutes.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the only part of that.
Run to the bathroom, or what do you have to do? What do you have to do?
Walk, don't run.
That's right.
When does
Tom? How are you?